I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about developing color film at home in your kitchen, and it's a lot easier than what you might think. There is an initial investment. It's not a lot, but you do need a few things to get started. We'll talk about these things as we are using them, and there will be a link to everything that I'm using down below in the video description. The first thing we need to do is mix up our developer, Blix, and stabilizer with this kit here that I got on Amazon. And you don't have to do this part every single time you develop your negatives. In this kit, you've got developer, you've got stabilizer, Blix A and Blix B. These two will be mixed together, and then this will be its own bottle, and then this will be its own bottle. I am following the directions that come with this to a T. When developing film, the temperature of your chemicals is extremely important. The directions say to heat up your distilled water to 110 degrees, and that's a little bit warmer than what you want when you're actually developing the negatives. And the reason is that way we can use these chemicals almost as soon as we're done mixing them, because that temperature is going to drop. I have this tub here. I use this to store all of my supplies, so everything fits into here. I also use this to heat up my bath water. I also use this to heat up my water to the correct temperature. In here, I just have a jug of distilled water, and this immersion circulator it's a kitchen tool. This is what I use to cook meats. This never touches the chemicals. I don't have to worry about it contaminating my food later on. This one's a little expensive. It's like $200. You can get cheaper ones for about 70 bucks, and that'll be perfect if you're just going to use it for photochemistry. You don't need this. You can run your tap water to a certain degree and then have a little thermometer in there. This just makes life a lot easier because you can just throw your chemical bottles in that bath, set the degree, and then walk away and come back and everything will be at the correct temperature. This just makes life a lot easier. I have my distilled water up to 110 degrees. I've got my bottle of developer here, and I'm going to grab my developer powder. You do want to wear gloves, and you don't have to wear a mask when you're developing negatives, but it is recommended that you wear a mask when mixing the chemicals because this is a fine powder and can get into the air. I filled my container with 800 milliliters of distilled water, and then I'm going to stir as I dump in the developer. And then once that is stirred up, I can then add more water until I get to 1,000 milliliters. Now that that is mixed up to 1,000 milliliters, I'm going to dump that into my bottle labeled developer. Cap that off. Now it's really, really important that you don't contaminate any of the chemicals with any of the other chemicals. It will instantly destroy that and your negatives will not come out. So I'm going to wash this off, and then this can go into my temperature controlled bath, which I can drop the temperature down to 102 degrees. Again, I'm just following the directions that came with this kit. So now I'm gonna wash the beaker, the funnel, and the spatula as best I can. Once again, I'm going to fill up the container with 800 milliliters of water. I'm going to add Blix A while stirring, and then add Blix B while stirring, and then fill this up to 1,000 milliliters and then dump it into its glass container. We can throw this in our 102 degree bath water. Wash everything really good. And so for the last chemical, the stabilizer, again, 800 milliliters. Add the powder, stir, finish it off to 1,000 and dump it into the bottle. So the stabilizer does not need to be temperature controlled. So this can be room temperature. So now it's time to take our roll of film and wind it onto the reel that's going to go into this developer tank. You have to do this in a completely dark room, not a red light, but 100% dark, no light at all, 0% light. And so I have a dark room bag that I use, and it's got a zipper on one side and Velcro, and then a place to put your arms. So you don't need a dark room to do this. I am going to ruin this roll of film so I can show you how to wind it onto this reel. So this is what you would be doing inside the bag or inside a dark room. So you can take a can opener, in the dark room of course, you pop the end off. So you might want to practice this with a bad roll of film. And then you can take that out and you're left with this. So now you get it started on the reel, and then you just kind of do one of these numbers in the dark. Can't express that enough.
Cool mechanism.
And what I forgot to mention was you want a pair of scissors in the bag so you can cut off the leader so you have a nice straight edge. I forgot to show that. And then you'll take a pair of scissors and cut off the back edge. And wind it on there. You can, with this particular container, you can develop 2 rolls at the same time. I'm only going to do one, and I like to put the one that I'm going to do on the bottom. You put this on top. This goes into the container. This part screws on, and now this is light tight. So you can take this out of the bag and do the rest in the open light. And it also has this little lid so you can tumble it when you get the chemicals in there. So now I am going to do this in the bag blinded. So this can be tricky. It can be a little frustrating because sometimes it's a little hard to get that roll of film started on the reel. And sometimes when you have a 36 exposure film, it's really long and you'll get like 3/4 of the way and it doesn't want to go anymore. So it's best to practice with a bad roll of film before doing this for reels. And I'm double checking. I've got my roll of film. I've got all the pieces I need for the tank. I've got scissors and a can opener, and that should be everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there and then close that. It's easy when you can see what you're doing. It can be frustrating when you can't. Then I've got my scissors. I'm gonna cut off the leader of the film so I get a nice straight edge. I always worry about cutting my finger at that point because I can't see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to open my development tank, and I'm trying to keep the film from unraveling and becoming a mess. So that is an art form in itself, but I'm also trying to not touch the middle of the film and keep my oily fingers off of there. So I got it onto the reel. That was actually one of the tougher times that I've had. It took a good 5 minutes at least. Ugh. Ugh. Zipper. It's always hard to find a zipper when you're drunk. I am just following the directions that came with this kit. So we need to pre-soak it in water for a minute, and then we need to run it through Developer for 3.5 minutes, Blix for 6.5 minutes, then we wash it for 3 minutes, and then a minute of stabilizer. That's a lot of different times to worry about, and so you do need a stopwatch, but there are apps that you can get for your phone, both Android and iOS, that you can set your times in there, and then as you end one timer, it automatically goes to the next timer. And it just makes this process a lot easier because times are very important. And speaking of things that are important, it is really important that your Blix and your Developer are 102 degrees. So I'm going to test this out here with this thermometer that we do not use for food. 102 degrees, almost exactly. The first step we have to do is run water on there, and we need to get our water up to 102 degrees. So I'm just gonna turn the sink on, 109, 111. This doesn't have to be super exact. 105, 104, 103. There we go, 102. And we are going to wash this, pre-soak it for 1 minute. So, start timer. No agitation for the pre-soak. And I'm not using distilled water for the pre-soak either, just regular old sink water. So start dumping that out. The timer is waiting for me to start the next phase. Start the timer and then add the developer. And you know what, Dan? I need to put on gloves. The whole bottle will fit in there. Put the lid on there. Then we need to agitate it to the directions. So there are two counters. You can see there's the developer counter and then this little mini one. The mini one lets me know I need to agitate the developer every 30 seconds. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in 30 seconds, I'll have to do that again. Safety, 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 safety. You also want to label your caps because you don't want to get the caps mixed up because we don't want to contaminate the other chemicals. So now I can start pouring this back into the bottle. And we can add our Blix. So start the counter. When we're all done, I'm going to mark on the bottle. I'm going to put a little tick on here to let me know how many times I've used this, because I think you can get 20 some rolls of film with one kit. Some people have gotten a lot more. And now we wash for 3 minutes. Running water at around 102 degrees. This is not super critical. Also, our film is no longer light sensitive. All right, our wash is done. Final step here is the stabilizer for 45 seconds. It goes back in there. And we are done.
So that is it. I just pull it off the reel. I like to squeegee all the water off between my fingers and then just use these clips and a coat hanger and let it dry in a doorway for an hour or so. And then once it's dry, I will then cut it up into strips and then put it in these archival sleeves. Recently, I just put out a video where I found film that expired over 30 years ago, and we put it in the camera and we went and took some shots and we got some really interesting results. So you might want to check that out. I will have a video coming out on how to scan these. There are multiple ways to do it. You can use a flatbed scanner, you can use a dedicated negative scanner, and you can also take a digital camera and take photos of the negatives to convert that and bring it into your computer. We're going to go over all of those methods in that video, so look forward to that. As always, be safe, have fun, stay passionate, and make something.